bit like time stood still, old bungalows standing tall, standing proud, homes nonetheless. In others, it's a bit like time forgot it altogether. Ivy-coated, crumbling remnants, charming even in ruins. The more so perhaps for sitting cheek by jowl with their more, we'll say, well-preserved counterparts. This then is Bandra in Mumbai, specifically certain parts of it. These few buildings that date back to the days when the queen of the suburbs was a village dotted with grand old homes, crosses and churches. And while some would argue not enough, many still remain. The Portuguese rule, which started in the mid-1500s, the British that they ceded to have all left their imprint on this particular pocket of Mumbai. And when Christmas rolls around, there is no better place to enjoy it than here. The East Indian community celebrates the festival with colour, with song, a drink or few, and of course with eats. The kind that unfortunately is not easy to get outside an East Indian kitchen, but help is at hand. Chef Gresham Fernandes, an East Indian himself, is the executive chef for the Impresario group of restaurants, Saltwater, Smokehouse and so on. He has also spent summer working at the world's most acclaimed restaurant, Noma. And today he's taking us for a tour before combining his expertise with the traditions he grew up with. We're meeting at one of the busiest churches during Christmas, Bandra's Mount Mary Church.
Talking about Christmas in Bombay, there's no better place to do it than in Bandra, right?
The smells and sounds in Bandra are just different, man. And it's nostalgia. So I grew up with this. So like the East Indians are broken into different sects. Okay, so you have the coolies and you have the guys who were the landowners and the farmers and all of that. So actually a lot of Bandra was paddy fields. Yeah. So you had villages and you had to cross through paddy fields. We kind of got converted by the East India Company, and so we were called the East Indians.
Right.
And so we're not from the east, we're from the west of Bombay, but we're called East Indians. Very confusing.
Food-wise, what defines, in a sense, East Indian food?
There are big Portuguese influences. We use a lot of pork. Because we're closer to the ocean, so there's a lot more seafood. Right. Because one sect is a Koli, so there's even more. And the thing is that defines us is that everything is based on one masala. We have like the bottle masala.
Yeah.
I think it's the best thing about East Indian food is that you have one bottle masala and it goes in everything, but it's the ratios and how it is.
Excellent. All right. Now, eating at Christmas is arguably the most time to be eating if you're going to eat the East Indian way, right?
And I mean, it's only meat, so it's like a meat feast.
So vegetarians, be warned. Don't say we didn't tell you.
So well, with watering mouth, we head off only to spot something instantly, something very specific to Bandra and to this time of year.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah, we have goat cheese and all this.
Oh, nice.
Guava cheese is interestingly not a cheese. It's a sweet, sticky slab of reduced guava that thousands of children probably owe early cavities to. Gotta love it.
Why is it called cheese?
Because I don't know, it's texture of cheese, but it's not cheese. It's non-dairy cheese.
Okay, should we try some?
You get it only in Bombay actually, and in Jamaica. So.
Jamaica?
Yeah, there's a big guava cheese, guava jelly. They call it guava jelly out there, and we call it guava cheese.
Yum!
And well fed, we head on for more. And on the corner of Bandra's Hill Road, we find it, more perhaps than we had bargained for. All manner of the sweets so symbolic of Christmas. I mean, look at that. Cakes, cookies, and are those kalkals?
Yeah, Christmas in front of us.
I remember making this as kids.
Yes, they are delicious bits of deep-fried, sugar-coated batter that owe their existence more to Christmas patience than anything else.
We used to use comb initially. Now you get paddles and all for them, and then it's deep-fried. They picked a sweet a day, and then that day was for kalkals, one day was for this thing, one day was for that thing. Everything was not made on one day. So.
But everything got eaten on every single day.
Like today. Gosh, it's a colourful selection here at Balaji's. There are the classic Nurios, the Christmas answer to a gujia. There are old school jujubes, bright lurid, covered with sugar, marzipan of all kinds in shades that are positively radioactive.
Best. Because it has so many shapes and you could shapes and colors and all that.
Sort of Indian Christmas on steroids, right?
Yeah, it's like mad. I mean, there's so much of milk, there's so much of sugar.
As if that's a bad thing, we're piling up, and with our haul in place, it's on to more. You see, if there's a place dear to Bandra's heart, it's this.
I mean, you come to Bandra, you have to come to Candy.
Agreed. Agreed.
And yes, this is the place where for very many it begins to feel a lot like Christmas. Head inside and check out the counters. You should know that while most of these are available year-round, if you pay attention, and we do, they have a few special treats on offer as well. It's worth mentioning that Candies doesn't just boast an exhaustive menu, it doesn't just give new meaning to the term value for money, it also offers solid home-style food, and when it comes to the traditional favorites, they're actually family recipes. You'll see. We start with some drinks and then this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's a slew of Yuletide favorites. Take the potato chop, so beloved to this part of the world, a potato cutlet crumb fried and stuffed with meat and onion. It sounds simple, but it's so tasty. And trust me when I say it's a staple.
Right now, just sugar added to the potato, so it's sweet. And
Also the contrast of the sweet and salty.
And it's spicy inside. And the thing is, like my favorite potato chops are the ones when you have snails in them.
Excuse me?
Snails, sea snails, but they stopped. Like sea snails are it's not available right now.
Oh my god, that must have been amazing. Damn it, I'm starting to be jealous of your childhood.
There's some gorgeous Goa sausage, fatty and spicy. Have it neat or slathered on some of their bread. Or turn your attention to one of their most in-demand dishes this time of year. Some roast chicken. Simple the way the family has made it for decades. With no frill, no fuss. It is actually extraordinarily good.
Yeah, this is nice homely roast chicken, huh?
Amazing.
Moister than a lot of sort of, you know, chicken breast that you get in a lot of fine dining restaurants, right?
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, there's no, okay, I'm going to have it without skin, I'm going to have it with less butter. It's just how you get it. It's just...
And because, well, all I want for Christmas is a lot of sweets, here I get it. Lovely rum balls dressed up as festive Angry Birds or festive Minions. Rainbow-dressed cupcakes almost too cute to consume. Plum cake rich and dark, and little marzipan petit fours. But marzipan with a difference.
We use a lot of cashew, actually. Yeah. Like, I mean, almonds are great. Yeah. It's not like it's bad, but it's just different. I mean, we grew up eating a lot of cashew nuts. So I mean, the thing is, like, when I bought marzipan for mom from Copenhagen when I came back, and she's like, this is not marzipan.
Well, this has been pretty epic, a fun, festive feast. But remember, Chef Gresham is just getting started.
You a lot of flavors kind of grow on you, but you also have something that you've grown up eating. So a duck a la orange is always going to be like a duck a la orange. But what happens when you make a duck a la orange with butter masala and see what happens? They're like simple things, but it's how the people from Bombay thought when the Portuguese were there. It's like I take that and I add this and see what happens. And
I just have one question. How long does it take from here to where we're having this
5
meal?
minutes. Depends.
It's 5 minutes too late. Let's go.
Just 5 minutes away is a world unto itself, a little corner of Bandra where many of the old ways, the old architecture still holds true. And so it's fitting that our final feast is here. The ultimate destination within this is still a surprise though.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I mean, this used to be a bakery, but he just called it St. Jude. And this is one of the most iconic places out here. But the thing with St. Jude is like, if you go to heaven and Jesus can't do anything, then it's St. Jude. So,
the patron saint of lost causes.
Lost causes. So that's why then this guy, the guy who's the artist.
Hey St. Jude.
Please help me. I'm really a lost cause.
This place is clearly anything but.
So basically what we're kind of doing to this place is, because of the number of restaurants that we have and all, is that we're kind of converting this into a nice creative kind of space. It's not, it's with the food, it's just how to kind of, I mean, sit back and think.
This is actually an incredibly appropriate place for a Christmas feast.
Amazing, man. I mean, this is the place when you walk down Christmas, when you walk down on 24th night down, this area, this place just smells of Christmas sweets and everything.
So nice. So I can tell you it's smelling pretty good right now.
But to find out what, do join us after the break.